Hi, this video, the first of the Scriban mini-series, we're going to talk about what Scriban is and how it changes the development for workflow. So let's get started. So Scriban is a fast, powerful, safe, and lightweight text templating language and engine for .NET. It's like Mustache and Handlebar. It's the same concept where you can create your HTML and through templating add dynamic data that's coming from your Sitecore environment in this scenario. SXA item and the model are embedded within the Scriban, and this is what Sitecore ultimately added on top of Scriban. It has embedded functions, items, and field extensions that we're going to talk about and cover later on, stored as SXA rendering variant. So when you create a new template, you just create a new SXA rendering variant of type Scriban, and you just add your Scriban template within there. And the really powerful thing is the extensibility. It's extendable to create your own templates or your own types and your own items. And we're going to see that in more details later on how to read external data and put it in the model, or how to combine data from different places in Sitecore, how to do queries. All these things we're going to discuss in later videos. Now, what I really love about Scriban is how it changes the front-end development workflow, because this has always been, I would say, a problem with SXA. A lot of front-end development teams don't like SXA. They don't like that they have to create rendering variants within Sitecore. They don't even like to have to install Sitecore to work. So previously, what we used to do is we created the graphics design, we converted it into HTML and CSS, then we created rendering variants based on the HTML. And this is someone who usually knew Sitecore, so that they were able to go in and create these rendering variants. And then once they do that, it goes back to the front-end developer to update the CSS based on the Sitecore version, because rendering variants usually had created divs and created other things within the HTML structure that sometimes did not map one-to-one to the HTML that was developed in the previous step. And you see here, from creating rendering variants, it required Sitecore environment. So ultimately, each front-end developer had to have his own Sitecore environment, or they used to use a combined server to do that. Now this has changed. So now the workflow with Scriban is actually creating the graphics design, then creating the HTML, CSS development using either Scriban, Mustache, Handlebar, the preferred templating language that your team uses, with just few rules like having the data model called I_item. Once they do that, it really becomes so easy to integrate. We just add that Sitecore Scriban template within Sitecore, and that's pretty much it. So the workflow has changed, and I believe this has made things much easier and has made front-end team much more productive and happier to work with SXA, which is both great. Thank you for watching. In our next video, we're going to talk about setting up your development environment and how, if you want to do connected mode, how you can do that.